Hey everyone, welcome to another design session. Today I'm going to be designing a mount for a camera I got for my plane. I'm going to try to show you exactly what the plane looks like and everything, so it's going to take some high-tech stuff. Alright, so this here is the plane. As you can see, there's space here for the camera, which is here is where we're going to put it. And this is basically where it's going to go. So I'm going to show you the camera in a bit, and I want the camera PCB to go here and the camera itself to go in here in the front. So when you're closing this, I don't know if you can see it, I want the camera to be in this hole here, just peeking through. So this here is a camera. It has a recording PCB, and this PCB is what's going to go at the back there to show you, and the camera is going to go in the front, below the hole, through the hole. So I printed this kind of holder, which is I'm going to glue to the plane, and the PCB is just going to slot in like so. Well, unfortunately, I only have one hand here because I have to hold the phone. But yeah, it's going to go in like this. Then this is going to get glued to the plane, and this camera is going to just kind of twist around. You can see that the ribbon is kind of not loving this. It's going to, yeah, it's going to point out the front like so. So it's going to be like this. So the part that is going to be that the camera is going to go in is this box here, which I have designed for the plane for before I had the camera, so I didn't have any holes or anything to put the camera through. But I'm going to use it because I know it's the correct dimensions. I'm going to use this as a starting point for the new design. So my camera, for some reason, is not loving the white balance, so it's showing everything yellow, but it's fine because we're going to be looking at this window anyway. So this box here is it's full of holes because you want the air to go through and to reach the inside of the plane so it can cool down all the components inside, and also you want the air to go through and cool the camera as well, which is going to be around here. So we're probably not going to use any of this, any of these things in the front here. But what we do want to do is we want to make a space here-ish. I'm going to measure exactly how far the hole is from the side, from this side, and I want to make a space for the camera, so the camera is pointing directly forward here, and here I want to make basically a cylinder that will hold 1 cent euro coins, which is, I have calculated, is the cheapest way to add some weight to the plane, because planes cannot fly if they're tail heavy. They have to be nose heavy. So in order to make them nose heavy, if they aren't, you need to add some weight, and the best way to do it is just have put some 1 cent coins here, and that way I can just stack some coins up in a cylinder here and add weight to the plane. It's going to have to be a good fit, or I'm going to have to find a way to make the coins basically not move, because if they start moving inside the plane, you're not going to have a good time. So I'm going to start by just looking at the sketch, and the sketch looks reasonable. I mean, I still want to keep these dimensions because I've tested them and they're basically good. I don't want this thing in the middle here. So I'm just going to take that out. The height is, what is the height actually? Let's measure. 44 millimeters, that's fine. Okay, yeah, that's correct as well. So, yeah, the maximum height is 44 millimeters. Just something to keep in mind though is because I have changed the orientation of the nose that I showed you with a hole. The hole used to be up here on the right. Now it's going to be down and left. But because I've changed that, this front side, this part, no longer fits. So this is going to have to be, this is basically going to have to not be there. Yeah, because right now, well, with a new nose cover, this has to be kind of diagonal to go like here. So yeah, I'm probably not going to use the whole front side. I'm just going to cut it and maybe place the camera here, the cylinder here at the back, and that's about it. So, all right, let's begin. It's basically, I've already made a version of this, so I can roll back. I've called it the first version. I can go back if I want, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna want to because this hasn't. Well, I mean, it's been okay. I can show you. So this is the previous box. This is, I had it printed, but I had to insert, like I had to add a camera, so I cut it up with some pliers. Just insert the camera, but yeah, this is, you can see this. This is the printed box. Well, first of all, what we have to do is measure the 1 cent coins. So this is a 1 cent coin, in case you haven't seen it. You're just going to have to measure. Whoops. I'm going to have to measure how big this is around. It is 16.1 millimeters, 16 millimeters exactly. So I'm gonna design it to be 16.1 because I wanted to be able to go in, but I also wanted it to be kind of press fit. I don't want it to be able to get out easily. And then we'll see if that's enough or not. Maybe I'll have to like put some glue or something. So this is the bottom, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna delete. These are the holes. No, I'm not gonna do any of this. I'm just gonna delete all these and keep the original sketch. Now I'm just gonna extrude this one. I'm gonna do the old trick of extruding the bottom downwards. So OnShape wants you to extrude upwards, but I want to extrude the bottom downwards. Whoops, here. Because then if I want to extrude other things, I don't have to calculate, bottom height minus the rest of what I want. So if I want to do 44 millimeters, or like if I want to make the box itself, say 30 millimeters high, I don't have to include the bottom in that. I can just say, bottom is 3 millimeters, and then the rest can be however much I want it to go. In this case, because we know we want it to be 44 millimeters, I'm just going to set, 41. So I'm just going to extrude upwards the rest. Probably not going to extrude more than this. Just going to extrude this for 41. Yeah. So, all right. Let's draw the cylinder for the euro coins. Let's just arbitrarily draw this here. This should be 16. 16.1. All right, that's pretty big. Actually, I didn't think it would be that big. we don't really need this space. We just put it here, but I don't want it to block too much of the air intake. So maybe I'll just put it on this axis, and then here. Okay, this is going to be the inner hole, so I'm just going to draw an offset here of, come on shape, of 2 millimeters, if it ever decides to cooperate. 2 millimeters, okay. Yeah, this goes a bit too far out. Huh. I guess maybe this doesn't have to be on the axis, so I could delete this constraint and move it out. Probably want to do this and then just touch it. Could maybe make this circle and this line tangent, and then this circle, the same circle, and this line tangent again. So now what we can do is extrude this circle. What's going on? This is just not loving anything. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot I drew the circle, so I had to redo this. Let's pick the correct things to extrude here. Yeah, I think this is reasonable. Alright. And now we can extrude this circle. I want to extrude all of it. Well, I guess I might as well. Actually, let's go into the sketch and select what we want to extrude, because otherwise it's a bit annoying. I'm going to just choose all of this, because why not? So I want to extrude it, but I don't really want to extrude it too high, because I don't want it. I'm not going to put that many cents in there, that many coins, and I don't really want it to cut all my airflow. So I guess 10 millimeters is no, it's not fine. No, 20. All right. And if I put in a few coins, then maybe I can put something on the top to kind of close it, like a stopper or something. Another thing I could do is add cuts here. So here in the sketch, I could add a rectangle from here to here to basically, is that correct? That is not correct. I can add a rectangle. Actually, I'm going to do a center point rectangle from this center to here, say. And basically what this can do is, apart from screw everything up, what we can do with this is, yeah, basically this. So we cut the circle, the cylinder, into 2 parts. This is incorrect, but we can fix it. Can we? Oh yeah, there we go. Come on. Yep, there we go. Right, so this, because this is 2 parts and it's kind of open, it can flex more easily. So we can push the coins in, even though this is kind of exactly the dimension of the coin. We can push them in. This will kind of open up and kind of squeeze the coins in. Though now that I think of it, the bottom coin is what's going to be holding this open. If it's, if the dimensions are too big, the bottom coin is going to be holding this open, and then the top coins aren't going to really be able to get grabbed by the sides. So I might as well just undo all of this. All right. I think this is fine. This is going to take a test print to kind of figure out if I have all the dimensions correct. But this looks okay so far. Um, I'm wondering if there's something I can do now to kind of ensure, like add something now to make it so I can close the top more easily. But nothing comes to mind that will kind of still let the coin go in. I wonder if maybe I can add a slot here and then push the coins in somehow. And then have this just be topped off, like closed at the top. But, probably not. Anyway, this looks okay. This is what's going to be holding the box. Though I also kind of want these walls here to rise a bit. So maybe I'll do 10 millimeters. I'm kind of afraid that because this needs to be sloping inwards, this is not going to work. But I'm thinking maybe I can do 15 and then do what do I do? Chamfer, if that's how that's pronounced. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this looks probably okay. Distance should be 15. Yeah, okay. Angle can be 20, can it? Yeah, okay. Alright, distance can probably be 18. I should use variables for this, but I didn't. Yeah. Okay, this looks reasonable. Right, we can do this at the end, but I'm just gonna leave it, but we can do it at the end to make sure we haven't to make sure we don't have anything that will block us. We can just use this to cut the final thing, because here I see that the cylinder itself as well is probably too far forward, although I don't think the angle is that extreme. This is going to take a few test prints, but I think this is okay. The cylinder looks too high now. I should probably be naming my things. Yeah, let's name things. Is this the, what is this? This is the bottom, isn't it? Yeah, this is the bottom. All right. Now I need the camera to be here. Let me measure. Let's measure what's going on. All right, so you can't see this, which sucks, but one of these days I'm gonna design a mount for my camera onto my lamp, and I'm gonna be able to show you more things. All right. If I just kind of align this here, you can see that the center of the camera is 15-ish, 17-ish millimeters from the side. And yeah, measuring the height is going to be tough, but kind of looks like 16 millimeters, 17 from the left and 16 from the bottom. All right, so let's see if anybody's watching, which I don't think they are. Yeah, all right. So what I need to make here is a thing that will fit the camera. Alright, so I'm going to have to measure the camera, but to measure the camera I'm going to have to unscrew the holder, or do I keep the holder and then be able to kind of change the angle of the camera? To be honest, I kind of like that idea. Yeah, I think I like that idea. You can just use the holder and screw it down. Although it's gonna make the camera more it's gonna break more easily, folds and stuff, which might actually be good because that will break the mount rather than break the camera itself. So yeah, I think I might probably put a hole in it and screw in there. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. Let's try that. But what are we gonna use? I have these knurled nuts I could have used, but they're 3mm, and this thing is 2mm. Anyway, all right. I'm just gonna make a circle. Let's make a screw hole here. Let's call it 2mm, which is gonna be enough to screw the screw down. Hopefully, this hole looks tiny, but I hope it's 2mm. I could measure, but it's too small. And all right, let's. Next to the hole, it has 2mm from the hole on each side. There are slots, which are 1.7mm wide. So those look kind of like rectangles. So I'm gonna draw a line, horizontal line. This is gonna be a construction line. Put the circle on the line, hopefully, if I can ever do that. Yeah, well, alright. Fine, coincidental. There we go. And now I am going to do a center point rectangle here. This is actually, whoops, come on. 6mm wide. I'm gonna say 4, just in case. I'm gonna say 4. The distance from this to this, I want to make 3. I want to make. Do I? Probably. Yeah. And now I want. Okay, this is 1.7 as well. I'm gonna make 1.5. 1.5. I guess is okay. My nozzle isn't gonna be able to do that, is it? I'm gonna go 1.2 because I have a 0.4mm nozzle. So no, 1.2. I said, yeah. I would have gone to 1.6 because this is a bit too small, but I don't think it's going to be able to do that. Alright, now one more. Do I need to do one more? No, I'm not going to do one more. I'm going to draw a vertical line, construction line, which is again coincident to this, and now I'm going to magically mirror this thing. There we go. All right, and now these two what do you call them? Parallelograms anyway. They're going to be extruded up. I want to extrude them up so they can hold the camera from turning left and right. 2 millimeters is probably too much, but that's okay. Why am I making new parts instead of adding? Oh, I know why I'm making new parts. It's because the bottom doesn't have these holes. Okay, yes, this is what I want here. I want a hole here, but the other two I want extruded instead. And I want them extruded upwards. Oh, come on. And so this is where that bottom trick comes in, because instead of having to say, 2 millimeters plus however thick the bottom is, I can just say 2 millimeters because the bottom is extruded the other way down, and this is up. All right, these are okay here, and now this should be, if I remember correctly, 17 millimeters from this side, which is, yeah, that's fine. And how far from this side? That is a great question, Arthur Barry. Let's say 10, maybe. Is that too much? Let me simulate. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm gonna have to print this and check. Okay. I mean, it looks okay. Does it look okay? I can't really show you this because my camera doesn't work, but let's see. Right, this is actually exactly the middle. That's okay. And if this is the middle of the box, camera's going to be that way. Yeah, this looks pretty spot on actually. That's good. All right. Okay, cool. Let's do that. I'm going to have to worry about how I'm going to screw the camera in later, but for now, this looks okay. All right. One more thing now that I want is I want the wind to be able to pass through into the back of my plane on the piece over the PCB and over everything else. Even though it has air intakes at the top, I still want the air to go through, and I measured that before, but this is, I'm going to measure it again. This is 13 millimeters from the bottom, and it is 38 millimeters wide. So I'm going to cut a hole in the back wall, 13 and 38. I'm going to go here and sketch onto this back here. I'm going to make a rectangle this big. So this is, it's actually 13 from the very bottom. So this is 13, and then this is 38, and I suck because this is not 13 at all. This is what is 13. There we go, 13 now. Okay, and now this we draw to here. We didn't use though. We need to use this line so we can actually put stuff on it. And now they're coincident. And now that this has been drawn, we can take it and, yeah, extrude it, but remove the other way. There we go. That is too much. I didn't, yeah, I don't like cutting blind, but I forgot. So up to next is fine because we only wanted to cut up to the next face, which is just this one. Oh shit, it cuts the cylinder as well? Why did it do that? We said up to next. I guess it thinks that that's the next one. Oh, damn it. Alright, I'm just going to do up to face and click this face. So yeah, now it only cut this part. The cylinder isn't looking very happy, but whatever, should be fine. So now that we have this, I kind of doubt how much this front face adds. So it's not. I do want the sides, I just don't want the front face. Alright, since I don't want the front face, I should just, I don't know, do I want the front face at all? I mean, it's going to provide some, it's going to basically, it's going to have some resistance if I like crash it, or I don't want the nose to just be empty behind, because sometimes when you land you might hit something or like a sign or something, and I wanted to have something back here to just kind of hold the foam in case it crashes, but I don't want it to be this much. This is going to block the camera as well. I'm not sure I want to cut. Having the box take up all the space was convenient, because then I could just, it was protected, but maybe I should just do that. Maybe I should just make the entire face and then cut a piece where the camera is, because anyway, yeah, I only need the camera hole here, like all the rest of it can be just wall. But also I don't really crash that often, although now that I said it, I'm just going to crash next time. But yeah, I'm going to go without this face. Or am I? Fuck it, I'm just going to cut, yeah, I'm going to cut a piece. Am I going to cut a piece? Oh, this is terrible. I am terrible at this. Alright, now we've renamed the stuff. This looks okay. Is this even gonna, how tall is this? How tall does a camera need to be? Camera is 8 millimeters from the very bottom. So is this taller than 8 millimeters? Even? Yeah, it's 10. Okay. Alright, it's 10. I don't even know if the angle is correct. It kind of looks correct, but I don't really know. Maybe I should just chamfer it more. Alright, this is getting to be stupid. I am just going to what? So okay. Alright, this is what I'm gonna fillet this thing here. Boom. That was not what I wanted. But if you fillet less, you can kind of make a wall like you want it, because I don't want, this razor edge. I just want it to be a bit less razory. I think this is fine. I think 0.5 maybe. Let's do 0.5. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah. I am quite happy about the solution. All right. Do I want something for the camera to kind of rest on? I don't, because I want to be able to change the angle. else. This is going to, yeah, this is going to hold it just fine in the grooves that the plane has. For the nose, this is going to expose the back PCB, so the wind's going to go in here and then go back through here. My little wallet here is fine. Yep, I think this is ready to print. Yeah. Is there anything else we could do? Yeah. What we need to do now is fillet the edges, because if you don't fillet, then so this corner here, if you try to kind of like pull this side and this side, this corner is just going to split in there. So what you do is you put a fillet to distribute the stresses. We don't really need this because like there's no stress is going to be this way, but I just like adding fillets because it just makes everything stronger and also not looking that pointy. I don't want to cut a finger on the plastic or whatever. So one fillet there is good. Oh, these ones, yeah, these need to be filleted as well. Probably not 3mm because that's too much. Let's see. Yeah, it's way too much. But another fillet here. Here. Come on. Here and here. This is not at all the side that's going to be handling the stress, but it's better than nothing. So the stress is going to be on this side, you know, back to forth, back to front. But I don't know. I'm just worried that this is going to make them not fit. I don't want to add this fillet here. Okay, this is something that might take stress as well. These corners here might take some stress. Let's see if, oh nice, okay. It handled that quite well. Is that gonna, no, this is not gonna work, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I think this is fine. I could add a fillet here, but then I'm just gonna, what, no, here. But then it's just kind of overkill. I don't really need to do that. I wonder what happens if you do this. Huh, okay. Yeah, no, these are not necessary. Like, arguably none of these are necessary, but I just like adding them for strength. Yeah, so I think this is good enough to print. But I'm gonna, well, actually, let's download it. And let's open the slicer. I'm using Prusa slicer. Let's load it. What do we call it? AR.wing weight box. There it is. Okay. So now, since I'm gonna make a test, I want to do a test print just to make sure that all the dimensions are correct. That this is good. So basically, what I don't really need is the bottom too thick. I think probably not. So I don't need anything. I only need a small slice of here, basically from the bottom to maybe the top of these things, and kind of some of the coin box here. So I'm just gonna cut it. I'm gonna do one cut at the bottom. This is 3mm. I'm gonna cut it. 2.5. I'm gonna cut. Yeah, this is fine. I just want the upper part. Cut this, and another cut where I keep the lower part. So I want enough that I will be able to insert a few coins and check. So I'm just gonna, this is okay. 6 millimeters is fine. I'm gonna print this and try to fit it in the plane. See if maybe this, like, maybe if I can tell if this angle is correct here. I think it's gonna be okay. Yeah, check if I can tell if this angle is correct here. Insert a few coins in here. Try to screw the camera in here, and then if this works, I'm gonna print the whole box. I have a printing preset that's draft quality. And when you try to print it, you will see that basically everything is hollow. And there's only like 2 perimeters, so yeah. This is my fast preset. So sometimes, so here, for example, because this wall is kind of hollow, I might be able to insert coins and kind of have the wall flex and not realize that this is not good enough until I print the final version, and then realize that, you know, because the wall can't flex now because it's more solid, I can't fit the coins in. But you know, usually you can just do like can heat it up with a lighter or something and kind of push them in, and then they're never coming out. But hopefully you won't ever have to take them out. Oh shit! Yeah, okay. So because I might want to take them out at some point, I need to make a hole here, just so I can like insert. I can insert a screwdriver or something, and just pop the coins out, because I'm never going to be able to get them out again. There we go. Okay, 5 millimeters is fine. It's probably going to do the right thing. Yes. So now I can just insert it like a finger, probably not a finger, but a screwdriver in here and push the coins out if I ever need to take them out. Although, to be honest, I think the weight of the PCB and the camera is probably going to be enough, because I only had 2 coins here anyway. Exported, remove. I'm gonna have to do everything all over again, but it's worth it for the idea. Yeah, I think 2.3 I will cut, because before it was only one single layer. Now I'll keep the lower part, and 6 point something millimeters now. Alright, 6 point something. Probably higher. There we go. Yeah, I think this is gonna be okay. Draft quality. Yeah, okay. This looks good enough. I am going to print this, and hopefully it will be okay. I'm not gonna live stream the rest, because if anything, I think it will only take a few small tweaks here and there. So yeah, I think this is probably gonna be fine. I wonder if this corner here needs to be filled in, because this just slows the print down. There's no reason for this to be here. I can extrude this in the cylinder and fill it in, but I have to be careful to extrude everything. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's much better, because now the printer can just go faster. Alright, let me redo everything again. Alright, cut. This is boring, but whatever. The 2.4 is fine. Keep upper. Now keep lower. Alright, this is fine. We have draft quality, don't we? Yes, we do. Yeah, there we go. Now you see this, all this back area here is hollow. The printer doesn't have to do any work there, and when it's solid, it's still going to be faster, because it's not going to have to draw the triangle. It can just fill it in. All right. Yep. This is quite a good test. How many layers at the bottom? Yeah, 1, 2, want 2 layers. 2 layers is fine for a test. Okay, this looks great. All right, I'm just going to export the G code, save it to the printer, rename, save it, and this is done. I'm just going to go print it, and I guess I'll tell you next time how it went. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.